Good morning, 4K friends. We made it. We made it to Friday of our first virtual week of school. I can't believe it. Well, we're going to start off with our calendar, and then we will do some of our activities for today. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. So if we've had January, February, and March, our month must be April. So we need to figure out what day of the week it is today. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. If we've had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, today must be what day? Friday. So we need to figure out what number we need. We have 1, 2, 3. Now I noticed that today is Friday, April 3rd, 2020, and I think that we have a birthday today. And that birthday is for Hannah in the afternoon class. Can everybody say happy birthday to Hannah? We're going to sing to Hannah and spread some cheer because Hannah turns 5 today. It's very exciting. Are you ready to sing with me? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hannah. Happy birthday to you. Hannah, how old are you? You're 5. We are going to go into reading our story for today. So today, we're going to talk about nature. We're going to read a book about going outside. And the book that we're going to read today is called Worm Weather by Jean Taff. Look at those crazy worms. Drip, drop, skip and hop. Splish, splash, sidewalk dash. Last week we had quite a bit of rain. This week we've been lucky and it's been quite sunny. Worm, worm, wiggle, squirm. Worm weather. Coat, hat, rain goes splat. Boots jump, old tree stump. Do you see that some of those worms are coming up from the ground? That's what happens when it rains. Big stump, puddle, swamp. Uh-oh. Mud, stop. Belly, flop. Almost. Who got him out of the mud? Maybe a dad or a mom. Dark cloud. Very loud. What's very loud in those clouds? Remember a couple weeks ago we learned about our weather? Do you remember what makes that loud noise? Is it the thunder or is it the lightning? It's the thunder. Bright flash, thunder crash. So here we have our bright flash, and that's the lightning. Quick race, pizza place. Drip dry, pizza pie. Sun pops, drizzle stops. Now we were learning about some of our weather. What happens when it's still kind of rainy and the sun comes out? What happens in the sky? Do you remember? Birds fly, rainbow, sky. Look at that beautiful rainbow. Run, sing, playground, swing. Worm, worm, wiggle, squirm. It's worm weather. This week, though, it's been fairly sunny and we've been lucky. But last week, it was pretty rainy. So today, you're going to be working on your lowercase letter Z. For handwriting without tears, you're going to practice writing your letter Z. For math today, I'm hoping that you can get out and find some shapes. Today, we're going to read Matman Shapes. If we made Matman with a rectangle, what would Matman do? He would be the real Matman, and his mat would be blue. If we made Matman with a circle, what would Matman do? He'd roll and roll around the floor. Then he'd roll right out the door. If we made Matman with a diamond, what would Matman do? He'd float up high in the sky. Then he'd look down and wave, bye-bye. Look at him in the sky. If we made Matman with a triangle, what would Matman do? He'd hold the triangle in his hand, then ding-a-ling-a-ling in a marching band. How many sides does a triangle have? Do you remember? It should be 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, my page is stuck. If we made Matman with an oval, what would Matman do? He'd sit with Humpty on a wall, then hold him so he wouldn't fall. If we made Matman with a moon, what would Matman do? He'd go outside to tell the cow, ready, set, jump over me now. If we made Matman with a square, what would Matman do? He'd take a partner to a dance, and do-si-do at every chance. Now, do you remember? How many sides does a square have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. If we made Matman with an octagon, what would Matman do? He'd stand in the street like a traffic cop. He'd make the cars and buses stop. If we made Matman with a hexagon, what would Matman do? He'd count his sides from 1 to 6, then he'd stoop to pick up sticks. So a hexagon, we haven't talked about that shape yet, but it has 6 sides. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we made Matman with a star, what would Matman do? He would make a wish come true. One special wish, just for you. If we made Matman with a pentagon, what would Matman do? He'd say, count my fingers, look alive. Now count my corners up to 5. So a pentagon has 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we made Matman with a heart, what would Matman do? He'd give us each a valentine and say, I love you, please be mine. If we made Matman with a blue rectangle, what would Matman do? He'd say, that's my mat! My mat's bright blue. Shapes are fun to do with you. So I'm hoping today that you can find some shapes around the house or maybe outside. Try to find some circles, triangles, rectangles, squares, and maybe some ovals. I'm really hoping that you all had a great week. I will see you soon.